All right, here we are back for more. We've got a 1959D roll going on this time. An original Oklahoma City Fed Reserve roll. There it is. Federal Reserve Bank of Oklahoma City, Kansas City, the Oklahoma City branch of the Kansas City Fed. All right, let me get this one opened up. Got to get my little plastic tool out. My fingers don't like picking through all this stuff. But this does an excellent job of opening these rolls. And it doesn't even damage the paper, if you're careful. There it is. First time this one is going to be viewed in public. Been locked up under that paper for, oh, what, 60-something years? All right, coin number 1 to Taco John. And Taco John, RPM, first coin, maybe. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking not now. Not an RPM, the first coin. Let me check in the reverse here on the first 10. Here is your outside edge of the roll with that powdery age. All right, Brad Anderson up, coin number 2. We'll brighten this up just a little bit. That looks more like a heavy die scratch than a double die lid. Well, that's coin number 2. Let's move on to coin number 3. Hello, Andrew. Good afternoon to you, sir. Well, nice earlier die state coin. This is kind of pretty here, but no RPM. Nice early die state though. Got a couple of really nice rolls going on here. Not much in them, but coins are nice. All right, that one was for Carl. Here's coin number 4 for Stan. Let's see what Stan ends up with. Oh man, this one got spotty. I wonder how that happens. Coins getting spotty in the middle of a roll where other coins are real nice. Maybe it was just how it sat in the bag or whatever before it was wrapped. Because these coins were bagged at the mint. Bagged at the mint, shipped to the bank Opened up by the bank, wrapped by the bank. Hello, Steve. Are you a Steve with whom I am familiar with? Because I've had a few Steves in and around here in the past. In fact, I've had 2 different Steve A's. Dirty water. Back in. On coin number 5. That's machine doubling on the bottoms of the E's there. That's kind of what I thought, Steve. Welcome back, sir. Been a while since we've seen you. You surprised I remembered you? Eric, this is the Steve A who we used to have in the auctions pretty much every week, and he hasn't been around, I don't think, in about 2 years. Hope everything's been going well for you. We've already seen a reverse on this one. That's the die with the heavy die scratch in the eye area. There's Nanostacks. Good eye to you. Little hit mark in the coin there. And nothing on the reverse. Coin number 8 now. Back to Blaine. And, you know, for this particular coin, no big excitement. But he got a nice, exciting RPM in that 57D roll we just finished. It's minor, but what's exciting about it is that it's one of the first strikes on the die. Very early die state. Real nice. There's a few different ones that are real early strikes in those 57Ds that we just went through. If you haven't seen that one, I would suggest it. Really nice looking coins. And for now, I'm still at a point where we've not found anything in this roll. Got nothing else for today. However, we do have a couple of reveals left to do for this week, so we'll be doing those tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, is the roll reveal show, where we will have new rolls to open up and your chance to get involved in those. And then, did I look at the obverse on this one? I don't remember. Okay, I did. Yeah, I have seen this one. I have seen the light. All right, here we go. Coin number 11. Taco John now. Down to just looking at the obverses. Not really much of anything known on the reverses of 1959D. But if there is anything, Eric will find them. He goes through every coin in the roll. Picked up 2 boxes Nice dirty water. Not very many places will give you boxes anymore. I'm working on trying to get more boxes of coins. Are the boxes you got BU rolls, or are they circulated rolls? You know they're going to be Philly mint if they're BU rolls. Yes. I meant to mention that because Carl did send that. He sent me a copy of it too. And I got word of mouth directly from a Bank of America teller that they're not giving pennies to customers anymore except business customers. And if you're a business customer, you can get up to $5 in pennies. So my intention is to do a trip over to the Bank of America and get my $5 worth from 8 or 10 different branches. I'm not sure which Steve you are, because I had two Steve A's at the same time, but I do remember both last names. I just don't know which one you are. I can't remember that much. David just picked up a box of 24p. David, if you can get any 24p boxes for me, I would like to have 2 boxes shipped to me. I will pay the shipping. There's another 59 DRPM there. I will pay the shipping, and I'll pay you $50 per box. Double your money. First RPM. And let's see if the house ends up with anything. Nope. Nope, nope. Okay, David. And you can send me an email to my email address. cd@coppercoins.com. Give me the news. Let me know. If you can get boxes, I would prefer to have them in pairs, 2 boxes at a time. And if you can get a circulated box instead of, like if you can get 3 boxes of 24 and you can still get another box to fill the shipping box up, I wouldn't mind getting a circulated box. In South Carolina. Okay. Now you make me want to go check. Oh, tell me this much, Steve. Is the second letter in your last name an I? But that circulated box, I'll just pay face for it. But it works better when you're shipping those boxes. Works better to ship 2 at a time. Okay, I know your last name. That's an interesting mark. That's a die mark there. It's raised on the coin. Well, Steve, you are welcome to come back, participate, hang out, do whatever you want to do with us. You don't have to be a stranger. Yeah, when you pack two $25 boxes together in a medium flat rate box, they tend to work out better without a lot of shifting. And it's shifting in packing material that causes damage. So if you can pack it tightly enough so that they do not move and reinforce the walls of the box with cardboard so that you're almost effectively double boxing them, that will make them a lot less likely to be harmed in the mail. It's one for Carl. Very slight upper split serif, very slight. You can see a little tiny dot of light color right there. I don't know if we'll be able to see it any better. Yeah, there it is, a little bit better. That is not enough to list, but I did notice it. David, honestly, it doesn't matter. You don't need to re-register, Steve, if your email address is the same. And the way that you pay is by PayPal invoice. I send PayPal invoices out to all the winners, and you can pay the PayPal invoice from your email. You don't even have to have a PayPal account. You can use a debit or credit card to pay PayPal invoices. You can also use Venmo, or you can use your PayPal balance. You want to open one of the 07 cent project boxes you still have. That's interesting. Eric, anybody ever tell you you're a pack rat? See, my thing is things accumulate here because I can't get rid of it fast enough. I can't sell it fast enough. I like having a good professional presentation when I sell stuff, and that takes time. So it takes me time to get through boxes, takes me time to get through rolls, takes me time to go through collections or purchases and do something with them. Steve, I sure appreciate seeing you. You made me smile today. There was one point in time I actually had 3 Steves at one time. And every time I'd say Steve, they didn't know which one I was talking about. And then if I said Steve A, I still had 2 people. Hello, Frank. Good day to you, sir. This one could be a real minor RPM, but gosh, we just can't call the shot on something that small. Well, We'll keep dredging along. We're more than halfway through the roll. I have found a grand total of one coin with an RPM. We continue to look. That looks struck through. Used a grinder to get rid of the die clash. Yeah. Right? 80 grit grinder too, yeah? Nah, forget the emery board. We'll just use 80 grit diamond sandpaper. That's an interesting little mark there. That could be a doubled eyelid, but it's going to be too minor if it is. Ah, you've been watching, but you haven't been live? Well, I'm glad you're here. Coin number 30 now for Josie. I have literally nothing coming out of this roll. 1 RPM, and that is it. I'm tired. Just get the grinder. There you go. Just get the grinder out. It's faster this way. Reminds me of an ex-wife's cooking. Yeah, instead of 45 minutes at 325, she wants to do 15 minutes at 400. Same math, right? Yeah, you can't cook food a lot less time at a much higher temperature and expect it to come out edible. And it did not. Seen this die pair before. Coin 33 for Sissy. Pretty coin. Nice early die state. Nothing that I can see so far. Nothing on there. I have not yet decided whether I'll be doing an auction on Tuesday. I'll let you know tomorrow. And I am going to redo my opt-in for emails. So if you guys want to receive warning emails from me with regard to what's coming up, you'll need to send me a quick email and let me know you want to opt in to receiving email updates. I don't spam you. I don't throw a whole bunch of stuff out there. I just will send an email out to everybody who wants to be emailed and let them know that I've got an auction coming up and the list is ready, or I'll be doing, 2 reveals this afternoon, blah, blah. However that works, dirty water, not good. Eye infection. Yeah, you have to send me an email. I'm not going to remember what you guys are telling me now. So send me an email, cd@coppercoins.com. There is a nice RPM. I think this one's probably already listed. That's a nice one. cd@coppercoins.com. Email me, let me know that you would like to opt into my mailing list. That one's for Nana Stacks. Congrats, Nana. Got yourself a purty one. Pole Hampton. Why is it that I go through a roll and I get a whole bunch of a particular given normal die and only one example of a nice RPM? Was it that they somehow know this? I don't know. I went through a roll. It was a 54D roll the other day, and 30 out of 50 coins were RPMs. And I believe there were only 2 different RPMs in the entire roll, but it was 30 out of 50 coins. Or was it? Yeah, it was 32 out of 50. Because only 18 coins were not RPMs. That was a nice roll. Mr. Fletcher. No dice. I had the game on my TV and it's decided to switch off on me. It's okay. I can watch the game when this is done. I wasn't really paying attention anyway, so maybe that's why the TV decided to switch off. I was watching whatever game was on CBS. I don't even remember the teams. I know one of them was the Chicago Bears. It was the Chicago Bears at somewhere. Oh, the Ravens. That's right. Yeah. Chicago Bears at the Ravens. Wasn't that wonderful a game anyway. I like watching my more favorite teams. And the Ravens, well, the Ravens are the enemy, actually. Well, this one for the house is going to be a drop in the bucket, literally. I'm waiting for the Sunday night game. That's going to be a good one. Watch Aaron Rodgers beat his old team. Up to number 44 now. This one goes to Farm Dog. Farm Dog. I got nothing on it. Well, Booger. My dog raises his head up. You wanted me? I call him Booger. No, I would assume dirty water, if it's conjunctivitis, you would have said so, right? Not an eye infection. Of course, conjunctivitis is a bacterial eye infection, so who knows? You always tell you got conjunctivitis if you pull your bottom eyelid down and it's very red on the inside. Like bleeding red. Shinbone. Shinbone up now. Let's see. Nope. No dice. That die scratch next to the one right there is my marker for this die, and I've seen a lot of them. I've seen them a few times. Well, if I start talking about hemorrhoids, is your butt going to itch? Here, Jim. Jim. There might be an RPM hiding there, but it's not that all nice, but yeah. Watching baseball, watching a bat. Butting the ball bounced up, hit him in the nose, broke his nose, and was done for the game. Holy moly. Dan, you the one with the hemorrhoids? Is that what we're talking about here? Oh, it's like when parents say their kids have lice. I have never seen a louse, so I don't even know what they look like. I'm sure I've never had them. Oh, there's another one of those. One of those. Not a variety. Sorry. We'll talk about it and see if Eric gets his butt to itching. Another one for the house. And it will be that is a possible, looks like it could be a lower serif RPM, but I'm kind of wishing. Yeah, no, this isn't. Yes, Steve, that's cd@coppercoins.com. My name is Chuck Daughtrey. I use my initials, and then coppercoins.com. cd@coppercoins.com. Well, this ends our adventures for today. I welcome you to come back tomorrow and watch the one reveal I've got, and I know Eric has at least one reveal tomorrow. We have 2 RPMs that came out of this roll. One of them's pretty nice, and the other one is kind of minor, but for this roll, it's major. Oh. I'm sorry, folks. My new medication makes me like hiccup and stuff. It's not an upset stomach, but my stomach doesn't really like me a lot right now. All right, folks, I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, 7 p.m. is the roll reveal show tomorrow. I'll see you then. Have a great afternoon.